Okay. It is crypto faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless, guys. Back at it again. Go ahead, give me a like on the way in. Today, I'm not going to be speaking about one individual coin today, but I will be speaking about the market as a whole because the market is down. The market is red. Uh, we have broken some key levels in Bitcoin that we've been holding for quite some time, for several weeks or even months at this point, really. That 60K level that we've spoken about for so long. I told you guys we're going to be holding 60K to 70K, and we did hold that for quite some time. Um, and then now we've broken below 60K and broken some key levels. So we're going to be speaking about why that is in today's video. So let's get straight into it. We are seeing less and less inflows in the Bitcoin spot ETF. So we're seeing those inflows slow down, and really, to be honest, those inflows have been the reason for basically keeping the price up for Bitcoin for the past several months, right? We've seen the price go from 30 40K all the way to 60 73K actually, right? So we went all the way up to $73,000, even breaking the previous all-time high, off the back of that ETF. Not only the hype leading up to the approval of the ETF, even afterwards, we started getting millions of dollars every single day, getting pumped into that ETF and inflows, and we're starting to see that slow down, right? We're starting to see that slow down. Um, Outflows are picking up, right? Just yesterday, we had $563 million in outflows for the Bitcoin spot ETF. That's just one day, $500 million of outflows in just one day. So naturally, we're going to see the price take a hit, and we are seeing the price take a hit right now. The question is it all doom and gloom, right? That's the question that everybody wants to know. And the answer is no, right? The answer is no. This pullback that we're having right now is a much, much needed pullback. Much needed pullback. We went up too fast, too quick. And I've been saying that on the channel for a long time, that we broke the old all-time high way too early. All right. If you want to look at the numbers, like the specifics, we actually broke the old all-time high 260 days early. Right? Let that hit. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. So naturally, what we usually see in every other bull run is we see the old all-time high get broken sometimes several months after the halving. But what we've seen this bull cycle is actually the old all-time high got broken a month before the halving. Right, the halving was like last week. We saw the old all-time high get broken a month before the halving. So that is different. That's something that never happened. And of course, that was because of the Bitcoin ETF, right? We were seeing millions and millions of dollars of inflow daily, billions weekly. And of course, that's going to be something that's going to push up the market. That's going to be something that push up the price of Bitcoin. And we saw that do numbers that it shouldn't really be doing at that moment in the cycle. So what we're seeing right now, okay, is we're seeing a reset, right? We're getting a much needed reset so that we can actually fall in line with the 4-year cycle, right? So Bitcoin usually goes in 4-year cycles. If you look at every other bull run, we know that we don't really pass the old all-time high from the previous bull run until several months after the halving. And the fact that we've pulled back down from 73K, right, down into the 50s, it's signifying that we're falling in line and we're realigning ourselves up with that 4-year cycle, which is a good thing, guys. That's a good thing. We don't want a short cycle. We want a 4-year cycle, something like we always experience in the past. We don't really want, things to be all over sometime in 2024. We actually want to see this thing push into 2025. So if we follow the 4-year cycle, that's going to bring us into 2025, mid to late 2025. And that's what we want. We want max gains, max potential for max gains, right? The only way we get that is if we have a bull run that extends, long, right? Not longer than usual, but normal, as usual, right? 4-year cycle should take us into mid to late 2025. And that's what we can get if we have this pullback that we're having right now. So in a nutshell, this is a good thing, right? This is not a bad thing. We're realigning, we're resetting so that we can have that 4-year cycle, and so we don't have a shorter cycle, right? Remember, shorter cycle means shorter gains, guys. That's not something that we want. Now, this pullback that we're having, is it going to be a quick recovery? Are we going to pop out of the 50Ks and go back into the 60Ks tomorrow? I don't think so. In my opinion, no, it's not going to be a quick recovery. When you break certain levels, it takes time to actually get back up to where you're supposed to be. So we broke a key level, which is around that 60K level, breaking down to the 50Ks. So in my opinion, I think we're gonna be down here for some time. We could go even lower to about 51,000, and kind of at the lowest, I think 51,000. We could also range in the 50s for quite some time before we pick back up. Now, I do think that we're going to have a great summer. We talked about BlackRock and their on-chain fund. So we actually might have a DeFi summer 2.0, like what we had in 2020 after the halving. We had a DeFi summer. So we're still looking forward to possibly having a DeFi summer or an alt season in the summer. Um, but for right now, I think that we kind of stay in this 50 case, in the 50 case, right? And the reason why I say that is because usually even in regular markets, like in the stock market, you have a saying, sell in May and go away, right? That always rings true in the stock market, but it doesn't always ring true in crypto. But sometimes they overlap. So it might be a down month for May. Things might start picking up June, mid June, and then we might actually start seeing the alt season, maybe even a DeFi summer 2.0 in July and August. Now, that's what I'm expecting from the market right now. Downtime right now, but it's good downtime. It is a reset, a realignment for the 4-year cycle so that we can take this bull run into mid to late 2025, and then we can have this, max potential. We can have the max potential for max gains so that we can make these real gains in 2025. Now, that's my take on the market, guys. You got to be strong. You got to have diamond hands. You know what I'm saying? Don't cheat. Don't sell. Don't sell away your future in the red days, guys. If you've never been in a bull market, then let me just tell you right now, there are times that we're gonna have dumps that are really bad. You're gonna lose a lot of money or paper gains, right? It's not money until you sell it. You haven't lost money until you sold it, right? It's paper gains. You're gonna lose paper gains, right? You don't sell, it's gonna go back up. You don't worry. You know what I'm saying? Every bull market, there's many dumps like this, and you really have to just be solid and hold through. And if you can't do that, then I don't know what to say. You're probably not going to make any money in crypto. But I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. Don't sell. Be strong. And it's crypto faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless, guys. I'm out. Take care.